More on our top story, the latest shooting involving federal agents in Minneapolis. The death of Alex Pretti sparking new protests overnight against the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. Video of this shooting is graphic and may be difficult to watch. People on the scene recording part of the confrontation, showing a man in a struggle with agents, then taken to the ground. An officer suddenly opens fire in the chaos, leaving the man lifeless on the ground. Protesters remained at the scene for several hours, finally being dispersed as federal agents fired tear gas. So joining us now is KSTP reporter Eric Rasmussen, who's been reporting from the scene and was part of our special coverage last night. Eric, thanks so much for joining us once again. We appreciate it. First, just tell us about the chaotic moments right after the shooting when you arrived and how the protests played out overnight.
All right, we're very quiet here now, but that was not the case less than 24 hours ago. When we arrived on scene just a couple of hours after that deadly shooting, we were standing right where I am right now, a photographer and I getting ready for our very first live report. You had a line of protesters and a line of federal officers in riot gear. But as calm as a protest like that can be, we didn't get a sense of anything urgently about to happen. But then it all changed in an instant. You know, even before I could put this gas mask on, those federal officers started firing off the tear gas and chemical agents and some projectiles, and we were sent running along with all the protesters right down this street. I've covered a lot of protests over the years, and unfortunately quite a few here in Minneapolis, and that was like something not quite like anything I'd experienced. Really got a face full of that gas and got a sense of what people have been dealing with here in Minneapolis as these protests play out.
Yeah, we're glad that you and your crew are okay after all of that. And I was there in Minneapolis after the shooting of Renee Good. You've been there day after day. How would you describe the tension and the reaction in Minneapolis now after this second deadly shooting in less than a month?
Yeah, it does seem sort of cumulative, right? We've been seeing the protests, the outrage build and build after Renee Good was killed, sort of waves of protest. But then on a Saturday morning, to have another deadly shooting at the hands of federal officers, you know, people were out here in mass. And I got a real sense of outrage, not just for that one incident, but everything that this city's been going through. And, I had a chance to talk to a handful of the people that were coming out here demonstrating, young men, women, older folks, kind of a cross-section of the community. A lot of them told me they were from here in Minneapolis, including a woman right down the street. Talked to a military veteran who said this is not what he wanted to see here in his country.
Eric Rasmussen, once again, thank you so much for your time. A late night and early morning. We truly appreciate it. Thanks so much.